Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to day 2 of Potatoes Christmas Banterbus. I am wonderfully joined by our second contestant, Mr. Colonel Failure. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? No.
Why am I doing this?
No, okay, you know what? You know you're doing this for the pride, alright? You're doing this for the pride. The pride...
I don't want to be associated with banter. What do you think I am, 15? Am I going to go out for a cheeky Nando's afterwards?
Okay, so basically...
This is a bit of stuff. I am the guard on board the repartee train.
Okay, so basically,
right,
basically a quick rundown of the rules. Just like we did yesterday, there's going to be a quiz section, there's going to be a banter section. You can vote on how good you think the Colonel's banter is by clicking that like button. The more likes he gets, the more points that he gets, and they're added to the total that he gets from the quiz. Okay, so the first section of the quiz is the Christmas section. Are you a fan of Christmas? Do you enjoy celebrating Christmas? You know, yeah.
I've been through quite a few of them.
Yeah, well...
So I'm familiar with it.
Okay, that is great. Okay, so... Question number 1. How many reindeer does Santa have? How many reindeer does Santa have?
13.
13, are you sure?
Yeah, why not?
Can you name them, perchance, for us? If you are so confident?
Donner and Blitzen and Cupid and Vixen and Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Muggins and Dave and Rudolph. Not forgetting, of course, Marjorie on drums.
You know what? People always get super defensive about this question, and they just start spouting off random names. This is exactly what happened in yesterday's episode, but I can confirm that no, it is only 9 reindeer. 8.
No, you're forgetting the 4 subs.
The four, that's bollocks.
No. That's just in case some of them come down with the sniffles. You need the part-time reindeer. Plus, you've got working hours to consider as well. The union mandates that no reindeer should work longer than 6 hours without taking a break.
Okay.
So they rotate them in.
Okay.
Look it up. It's on the internet.
That's very true. Okay, I'm not going to give you a point for that, even though that was a fairly comprehensive answer. I will grant you that. There is, in fact, only 9 reindeer. 8 according to the traditional poem. Dancer and Prancer and whatnot. I think you actually named pretty much all of them, so I'm going to give you 9 extra bonus points for naming all of them. So congrats to you for that.
Right.
That's pretty good. But unfortunately, the 4 subs, just not going to fly, I'm afraid. Just not going to fly.
So you said this was a Christmas quiz. I was imagining this would be about the baby Jesus and all of his chums.
Well, you know what? That is a very good point, and I have completely neglected to even add in the slightest bit of baby Jesus trivia to this quiz, which is a failure on the Quizmaster's behalf. I must admit, but hey ho.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe you can pick up some fun.
That's okay. Yeah, you're a fairly non-secular YouTuberist.
Oh,
so there are bonus points there. Right, come on. What's next?
It was intentional. Completely intentional.
Yeah. Look, I'm here to do the banter. You ask the bloody questions. I'll do the answers.
Okay, I'm just helping you on.
Yeah. I'm a busy man.
Okay. What is the name of the Christmas period leading up to Christmas Day?
Advent.
Correct! Oh my goodness. First person to get that question right, even though you're only the second contestant.
Well, okay. I imagine I'm up against some children, right?
Not really. You're up against quite a wide variety of contestants, I'll have you know. But
okay.
But you are the most advanced in years, so that gives you a bonus.
Erudite is the word you're looking for. Sophisticated.
I don't even know the meaning of erudite. Okay.
Look it up. It's on the internet.
Okay. So what country did the Christmas tree originate?
Norway.
Incorrect. I have Germany down here.
Oh, no. Oh, that's where we get the Christmas tree from. Yeah. So every year, Norway sends London a Christmas tree. Yes, it is Germany. And do you know what it's called in German?
No, I do not know what it's called in German.
It's called a Tannenbaum.
Really? A Tannenbaum?
Yep.
Wasn't that the
Have you heard the song? Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree?
Yeah, how love.
Yeah. Well, you might be vaguely familiar with it. I think
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of movies. Well,
Yeah.
that's a translation from the German.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
Tannenbaum, wasn't that the person in Bioshock, the good person in Bioshock that ended up
Potentially, but it translates as Christmas tree.
Well, that's a.
Baum, tree, Tannen, not Christmas.
You know what? You're gonna get half a point for that, even though you didn't really answer the question properly.
Tannenbaum, literal translation
My goodness.
is is fir tree. There you go.
Congrats. Have half a point on the house.
Cone-bearing evergreen tree.
It's good enough. It's good
Right.
enough for half
I
a
want
point.
bonus points for knowledge.
I'm-
Anyway, onwards
I'm-
and ability to work the internet.
I'm giving you bonus points. I'm being as lenient as I can, but I can't be I can't.
That's not lenient. The word you're looking for there is generous.
Okay. Okay.
Lenient is something else entirely. Come on. What?
Okay.
Question 3.
What did Frosty the Snowman have for a nose?
Oh, Frosty the Snowman was a very frosty snowman. That's how I always remember the song. He didn't have a waggly tail. That was something else.
He did not.
It wouldn't have been. What did he have for a nose? Maybe he didn't have one. Maybe that was his problem. Maybe that's why we're singing a song about him in the first place. Maybe he had a nose deficit disorder.
Maybe. Michael Jackson disorder.
What else did he? No, as far as I know, he didn't interfere with Macaulay Culkin.
God.
Frosty the Snow Man. All right. Well, it's not going to be a carrot because that's the obvious
No,
bloody
it's
answer.
not a carrot. It's not a carrot.
That's why I said it's not going to be a carrot.
That's good.
I'm going to go for something cold. A lump of coal.
A lump of coal. That is
Yeah, it's a crap guess. It's not right.
incorrect.
But anyway.
It is
all right.
in
What was
fact a button. A button for a nose. Okay.
Ah, marvelous.
You know what? That's fine. Nobody seems to get that question. That's cool. I wouldn't get it either.
Nobody cares. That's why.
It's always worth caring about Frosty the Snowman. Okay.
It was a very frosty snowman.
Exactly. Anyway, okay, moving on.
In which verse did they tell you that he had a button for it? I must know. Frosty. Frosty the Snowman had a button for a nose.
Oh my god, I think you've crashed the Banterbus like 3 times already. Like, just by...
Okay, he with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made of coal.
Yeah. You were close with the coal, but not close enough to get
Everybody
half a
makes
point.
the eyes out of coal. That's very straightforward.
Oh yeah.
That was why it was a terrible guess.
Yeah,
there's a whole section here that goes on thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump. Look at Frosty go.
Okay.
I await the dubstep version. Right, next.
Okay. Who said, "God bless us, everyone"? Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's the exact words,
no, that's about right. That's
but it's good enough.
That's wee Jimmy Cratchit.
No, it's not.
Tiny Tim. That's
Tiny
it.
Tim.
Yeah, with Tiny Tim Cratchit. I was thinking of wee Jimmy Cranky.
You know what?
Who's an entirely different character. But yeah, it's Tiny Tim.
It's Tiny Tim. Bonus points for getting whoever wrote that novel that he
Charles
featured.
Dickens.
Charles Dickens, fantastic. Just raking in the points. Nice to see. Okay.
Are you pulling these from the junior edition of Trivial Pursuit?
Hey, you know what? I need to cater to all audiences, I'm afraid, Colonel. But there are going to be some difficult questions later on, so stay tuned for that.
Or if they're on a par with Frosty the Bleeding Snowman, I'm stuffed.
I thought that would be an easy question, but nobody's got it yet. So, what the heck?
Because nobody cares. I mentioned this already. Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay. Next question is, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas?
Oh, you see, that's a fun one.
That is a fun one.
8 is
8th day of Christmas.
7 swans are swimming.
7 swans are swimming is correct. Yeah.
6 laying.
Mm-hmm.
Right, now, what's 9? 9 maids are milking. 8 turnips roasting. No. I'm being facetious. Hold on. 8.
This is fantastic.
7 swans swimming. 6 geese. It's not geese. It's not maids a milking. It's not lords a leaping. It's not.
Oh.
Are you suggesting it is lords a leaping?
I'm.
Is this you displaying a very poor poker face over Skype?
I am displaying the most pokerific of faces. I am being silent on this.
What's 8? 8 something's a doodah. 8.
The reason that I chose 8 is because it's just out of reach, isn't it? It's just out of that mental area that you have access to, but you do know
it's just past the point where you think this song's gone on too bloody long now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Can we skip to the end?
Yeah, no bother. It was, in fact.
No. Let me give you a comedy answer at least.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is even happening. This is just the best thing that I've ever done.
Well, now you're living out your lifelong ambition of being a game show host.
I know. Round 'em up, fantastic. Let's get the answers in. Is that your final answer? Is it indeed? It was, in fact. Can I give you the answer? Is that your? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
It was 8 maids a milking.
Oh, you son of a! Oh, what? 8 maids a milking?
8
Really? I said
maids
maids a milking, and
You
I dismissed it.
But you said 9 maids a milking.
Yeah, you see, that's where I come unstuck. What's 9 then?
Oh goodness! I don't know. I don't know that. I've only got the answers written down here. I mean, I don't know.
8 maids a milking, It's on the internet. You see, I mean, this is one of those things that people do. What have we got here? Maids a milking, ladies dancing, lords a leaping, pipers piping, drummers drumming. Right? Okay, fine.
Yep.
All right, I'm over it.
Close, but no biscuit, as they say. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The last question for the Christmas section, and it's quite an easy one. I would expect you to get this one. What type of pie is left out for Santa traditionally on Christmas Eve?
Traditionally by whom?
Traditionally, I don't know, by parents, children, children especially.
No. See, it differs from country to country.
Okay,
You're showing a very UK-centric thinking there.
Okay. In the UK,
mince
what type of pie? A mince pie. Fantastic. And what vegetable or what food is left for Santa's chief reindeer?
A button.
No.
It's a carrot, you fool.
Yeah.
See, I was making a backward reference there to his snowmanness.
You were making it funny. I get it.
Yeah, I'm hilarious.
Okay.
Everybody says so.
Okay. Well, you know what? The likes will tell us. Likes will tell us if the public are going to give you their vote.
They're not going to vote for me.
Why would they not vote for you? I mean, you're a fantastic YouTuber. You provide some really great commentary. Quite original, quite funny.
Quite original and quite funny. Oh, my, you do flatter me.
Okay. Okay, so just rounding up that last little section that we did. Looks like you've got round about 12 or 13 points. You'll find out.
What do you mean roundabout? You either know or you don't.
I do know, but I've not really had the chance to count them up. I mean, what's that? 2, 4, 4.5, 5.
Let me know if you need a hand.
14 and a half, roundabout out of 17, I think. But you'll find out in the announcement video at the end of the 5 days anyway. So don't fret. Don't fret.
I can barely contain my excitement.
Please try. Okay, now, the next section of the quiz that we're moving on to is the YouTube questions. Okay, so this is the YouTube question section, so to speak, of the Potatoes Christmas Banterbus. Question.
Hold on.
No. Just prepare yourself, okay? Just don't.
Oh, that's fine. I'm doing nothing.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that. You know exactly what I'm going to ask, I think.
Yeah, okay. I know, because you're predictable.
Okay, question number 1.
Yeah.
How many subscribers do you have? 1 point to the nearest 10, 1 extra point for the exact number. As of right now, the time.
As of right now, 846.
Ooh. Okay, so that's the exact number. What about to the nearest 10?
Really? Okay, so
it's not actually the exact number, but what is your nearest 10? Like, I'll let you have another guess.
840.
840. I'm afraid I can't award you any points Because it
What?
turns out that you have 854 subscribers. You're underselling yourself, Colonel. You're underselling yourself.
No, that's gone up quite a bit today. Oh, smashing. Thank you very much, my subscribers. And if you are a regular viewer, why haven't you subscribed yet? In fact, if you're one of Orbital Potatoes viewers and you want something a little bit more educational, a little bit more erudite, where I have a vocabulary that by far extends this wee Scotsman, then by all means, head over to Colonel Failure's Video Emporium and punch that subscribe button like you mean it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just the absolute worst. But you know what?
Yeah.
0 points. 0 points.
Yeah.
I can't award it, I'm afraid. Anyway, moving on to
That's
question
right.
number 2.
Yeah.
What is your most viewed video? Once again, we're going from the time of recording, so your most viewed video.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's going to be, it's going to be a train fever. You want me to tell you exactly which episode? I've only recorded like 300 of the bloody things.
Okay, you know what? I don't know. The title, the rough number,
the rough number. It's in no, has it just cracked 3,000? I think it's somewhere between, it's around the 3,000 mark, either just short or just over.
You know what? I'm actually surprised that you didn't get this one right. I would have expected you to get this one right. It turns out...
It's like 3,400 or something like that.
It turns out that it's not actually a train fever video.
Is it not? It's a cities video.
It is a Cities Skylines. Cities
Oh,
Skylines.
it'll be the transport manager mod.
It is indeed Cities Skylines episode number 38, the Traffic Manager mod Spotlight.
Yeah.
And I will give you 1 point for the fact that you did guess round about the number of views that it got. It's just shy of 3,300, and you said just over 3,000, so I'll give you a point for that. But can you tell me, for an extra bonus point, the date or the month that it was uploaded? The date or the
Ooh.
Episode 38.
Season 2, episode 38, that one. Or is it? No. Is it season 2 or is it? No, it's season 1, episode 38. Well, I think we're looking at July.
July.
No, maybe a little bit earlier than that. I'm going to stick with July though.
You're going to stick with July. Well, this is a really interesting one, right? Because it was actually published on the 29th of April.
Oh, okay.
April.
All right,
So slight bit earlier than you expected. You still pick up the bonus point for the fact that you knew roughly how many views it got, so I'll give you that. But unfortunately, nil point for the title or the date. Anyway,
hey, I got the title before you told me it. You only told me what it wasn't. I want half a point for that.
I'm not going to give you half a point, I'm afraid. As Quizmaster,
Oh, come on.
As Quizmaster,
I'm pretty sure your commenters will dive in here and bemoan the injustice of your scoring system.
You know what? You're the second out of 2 guests to complain and try to call the audience to action in the comment section.
It's only because you are erratic in your scoring system.
I'm being generous. I'm being very generous. I mean, you gave me, it's just hit 3,000, or it's just cracked 3,000. You know, that's 300 views off. I mean, that's a fairly significant number. And I'm giving you a point for that. I think you should be grateful. In fact, you know what? Maybe I'm going to reconsider and take that point away because I don't like your attitude currently. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna.
I am quaking in my tiny little boots.
No, I joke.
Give me a moment and I'll start trembling.
I wouldn't do that. Okay, so let's move away from your channel a little bit, even though it is fantastic and it can be found on youtube.com. /Colonel Failure, whatever.
Are we now talking about your channel by any chance?
We're not actually going to be.
Self-aggrandizing Quizmaster of Doom.
You are far too presumptuous of me, but that is not actually the case. We are going to be delving into YouTube's history. Okay, so.
Okay.
A man of your stature, it should be absolutely fine for you to get a lot of these questions right. Okay.
Yep.
First video uploaded to YouTube. What was the name? A bonus point for the account name, and a bonus point for the year that it was uploaded to YouTube.
Well, what I can tell you is that YouTube is a video sharing website headquartered in San Bruno, California, United States. Okay. The service was created by 3 former PayPal employees in February.
There's the Wikipedia page.
In November 2006, it was bought by Google for $1.65 billion. YouTube is now one of Google's subsidiaries. Hold on. First upload. Give me just a moment.
No, you can't.
I'm trying to recall. When was the first? The mistake you made was telling me what it was about.
4, 3,
February.
2,
February 2005.
1, 0. Okay.
There you go. No, I've given you the date.
Okay. Well, I was just asking for the year. I mean, the date's irrelevant. But yeah.
Bonus point for the date, right?
2005. I'll give you the date, even though you are blatantly cheating, which is absolutely disgusting.
I'm not actually cheating, though. At no point did you say in this recording that one was not allowed to make use of the internet.
Okay. Let me make it very, very clear. At no point in this recording is one allowed to make use of the internet. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So the next part of the question, which you sort of already did answer, is when did Google buy out YouTube?
It's odd you should ask that.
Yeah, funny.
Because oddly, I know that in November 2006 it was bought by Google for 1.65 billion.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm just not going to award any points for that, I'm afraid. I'm just not going to award any points.
I think you should have made this clear before you started asking the questions.
That's okay. That's the only 2 questions about YouTube history that we're going to be talking about. The next question...
Good, because it's fascinating. I'm sure many people watching this will kind of go, the YouTube history section. What the hell am I watching?
I know. You know what? I think people have questioned what the hell are they watching a long time before they arrived at the 21st minute. Let me tell you that. Okay, so when did... Or no, sorry. That was the previous question.
That was the last question.
That was the last question. Yeah, indeed it was. I'm just getting my quiz master voice on. Next question. Question number 7. Or question number 6, actually. How many views does Gangnam Style currently have rounded to the nearest 100 million?
Which Gangnam Style?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Come
all right.
on.
The original, the official one.
The official one, indeed.
To the nearest 100 million?
Nearest 100 million.
I say 400.
400 million.
Yeah, why not?
The correct answer...
I have no idea.
The correct answer, in fact, is 2.5 billion.
Okay.
And...
What does it want, a medal?
Well, no, this was the issue, because Google or YouTube could no longer store the digits that were counting up on the video, so they had to change over to an entirely new system to allow them to go above 2 billion or whatever.
I doubt that.
I'm just saying, what was the views?
It's not the most viewed video on YouTube.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
It must be.
Most viewed.
It is.
No, it's not. No, this is trivia. So I'm not after bonus points here.
Okay, you know what?
YouTube.
If you can do that.
Top 10 most viewed. Oh, it is Gangnam Style. Okay, I beg your pardon. I take it back. Oh, no, I was thinking of the most viewed game video, which is not what you'd expect. Let's just turn the tables. Do you know what the most viewed game video is on YouTube?
No.
You won't. If you don't know it, you won't get it. And I can't remember what it is. Hold on. Most viewed. No, it's really interesting. Game.
I'm curious. I'm curious now.
And you can stick this in your recording. Grab a quick screen grab of it, and single game video.
Okay.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Single gaming video.
Yeah. Single gaming video. I'll be there. Sorry, Google's giving me the runaround. Most viewed game video. Right. Kotaku. There you go. They'll know. It's the kind of thing that they'll tell you. There we go. This is it. Right? I'm going to post into the chat.
Okay.
And then if you want to just grab a quick I mean, already made. I remember reading this last year. It's got over 120 million views, right? And it's on Cars 2. Cars as in the Disney movie.
Really?
Yep.
Are you serious?
I kid you not. And it's baffling. And it's because it's racked up. It's just done really well on search. Search is your friend. I tell you that. I mean, it's legit, but it's actually it's a bad video. There's well, it's not. It's serving a purpose, but it's not what you would consider high quality YouTube gaming entertainments. Are you telling me that I can find better YouTube gaming entertainments on youtube.com/user/kernel failure? Is that what you're telling me right now? Damn right you can. A minimum of 3 times a week. Oh man. God. Yeah. Really? 3 times a week? Yeah. I mean, that's pushing it a little bit, isn't it? You don't want you don't want to give them too much. Always leave people wanting more. Okay. Moving onwards. So
YouTube is the third most visited English language site. Name position 1 and 2 most visited English language sites on the internet. 1 point for each site.
Google, Wikipedia.
Google is correct.
Yeah.
The second.
Oh, Wikipedia. All right. Okay. If the second isn't Wikipedia, that's my answer. Final answer, Mr. Tarrant.
Okay.
I do want to be a millionaire.
Okay. Good.
But if it's not, okay. Oh, it'll be bloody Facebook, won't it?
It will be.
Yeah,
Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. Okay, fine. I didn't get that right. I got there, but I didn't get that right because you gave me a little audio tell that I hadn't got it right.
I did indeed. This
is called honesty and integrity among your contestants.
I'm a kindred soul, and I thought
someone's going to give me a thumbs up for being integral.
I should hope so. I should definitely hope so. But okay, 1 point for that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, given the circumstances. Okay, how many videos or how many hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute? Now, I'll allow you to round.
Still on the Wikipedia page, I'll be able to tell you that.
Okay.
How many? What? What are you looking for?
How many hours of video
are uploaded every minute?
Uploaded every minute to the nearest 10, give or take.
To the nearest 10?
Yeah, to the nearest 10. Hours. Just give me a guess.
Yeah, but it's in the thousands, if not the hundreds of thousands. It'll be, how many hours of video a minute? Couple.
It's not as many as you think, okay? It's not as many as you think.
Let's go for, if you said the nearest 10, then I'm going to go with 90.
You're going to go with 90. That's actually not that far off. The correct answer that I have down here is 60. But that is obviously subject to change, varying on days. So I'm actually going to give you...
Depends when you got your data from.
Exactly. So I'm going to give you half a point, and I think that is fairly generous given the circumstances. You know, I'm...
It's ridiculously generous given that I was completely wrong.
You know what?
I was out by 50%.
Yeah, I know. But you see... I have been generous to contestants in the past, and so I feel that if I have been generous in the past...
You're just being bloody erratic. You're trying to seed some kind of, like, ooh, who's going to win phenomenon.
Who is going to win? Nobody knows.
But nobody even knows who's bloody playing.
That's why you should tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow, find out who's played tomorrow.
I'm not... Oh, you putting these up every day, are you?
Yeah, for 5 days straight. 5 contestants.
Oh, gracious me.
I know.
Okay, come on then. What's next?
Okay, so this is going to be a question that is very, very specific to your channel. Okay? Now, the question is, in your channel bio...
Yes. Right? Oh, right. Do you want me to recite it?
In your chat... You know what? If you could recite it, then that would just gain you a point straight away.
I can't get it exactly.
Give me your closest recital.
I can't get it close. It's something along the lines of you find yourself in Colonel Failure's electro video emporium, and greetings, says the Colonel, for it is he who both scowls and winks and smiles at the same time. And if you have come seeking, I know what your question. I know what your question's going to be.
Okay.
What are the exits?
Yes, that's exactly it.
I can't remember.
That's exactly it.
And it blathers on a little bit about. Oh no, you have crossed the wilderness of misspent youth. And find yourself in Colonel Failure's Videotronic Emporium. Or some sort. It's harking back to text adventures, which is what I grew up with.
Absolutely.
And then it finishes off with for more information, hit subscribe to get more. Follow me on Twitter. Exits north and east.
Yes,
or something along those lines.
Yes, that was absolutely fantastic. Like the order that you did that in was atrocious, but I think you pretty much hit every key word that you put in there. So.
It's fun. I have to change it soon because it's not actually doing me any favors. I mean, it speaks quite highly to my nature, but it's not. Your about page influences your search ranking.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
which is a shame because, it's got personality and it's, mildly entertaining for those who are entertained by such things. I think it's got shades of Douglas Adams about it.
I really do. I think it's got a bit of a mystery feel, so to speak. It's got a little bit of an unknown element. But yeah, congratulations on getting the answer correct without me even asking the question. In fact,
I demand a bonus point for knowing what the question would be.
You know what? I'm actually going to give that bonus point to you because that was really very, very impressive. I mean,
okay, cool.
That was very impressive.
Good question.
So that concludes the YouTube question section for, kernel failure. Fantastic. We're on to general knowledge. How are you with general knowledge? Are you up to?
It depends what you define as general knowledge there, young'un.
Okay, that's fine. Question number 1. Which Apollo 11 astronaut did not set foot on the moon?
Oh, okay. This is good general knowledge. Okay, so you've got Neil is there first, obviously.
Of course, yes.
Buzz Aldrin was flying the lander, and then you've got the other one who's got a really straightforward name, and it's
really does.
It's like Mark Smith or or Steve stays up in the bit and doesn't land on the moon.
Yep.
God, what's his name? It's either going to hit me or it isn't. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But he has got a very, very straightforward name.
He has a very, very common name. Both parts of his name are fairly common. Do you want me to tell you the answer?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. It is Michael Collins.
Michael Collins.
Michael Collins.
Also the name of an Irish revolutionary.
Fun.
It is.
You know what? Have half a point for that. You know what? Okay. I believe it. You know what?
I'm going for the trivia bonus points.
That's honestly a great way to pick up bonus points. Okay. All right. Now here's one that I sort of think you're going to pick up. You're a classic sort of guy.
Shut up. Get on with it.
What was Mad Max's last name?
Bachansky, Makansky, Chakowski, Flakinsky, Pachinski, Blakuski, Bakonsky.
Nope.
It's something vaguely Polish in nature.
It is.
And it's a Kowski, and it begins with B.
It doesn't.
Does it not?
It doesn't begin with B.
Oh, it's Rokachansky.
Rokachansky. You know what? Rokachansky is what I've got here, but Rokachansky, that as far as I'm concerned, same word. Congratulations.
Yes,
have a point.
Yes.
Very, very well done.
Is that mentioned in the new movie? It's not, is it?
It's not mentioned in the new
Is it in the game?
I wouldn't know. I haven't actually played it.
I played the game. The game's very pretty, but it's not my thing.
A bit big, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
Oh, no, it's good. It's just I'm not a big action-adventure kind of a guy, but Mad Max is very much my thing. All right, carry on.
It really is very, very cool. Okay, moving on. What is the common name for triatomic oxygen? The common name for triatomic oxygen. Are you down with the chemistry knowledge? Is that something that you're...
Triatomic oxygen?
Triatomic oxygen.
Is it heavy water or something like that? I doubt it.
You're sort of up the right tree, I guess, but you're sort of barking up the right tree, but not quite. Think more global, I suppose.
Rain.
Global. It's not rain. It is not rain. It is not.
No,
rain,
I don't know. I don't know. Never did chemistry past GCSE.
You know what? I can completely appreciate that. I don't really expect anybody to sort of be, super in the know about this, but I'll give you bonus points if you give me some facts about it. So the common name for triatomic oxygen is in fact ozone, right?
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
That is.
Well, in the 1980s, in the late 1980s, we were terribly worried about the ozone because the ozone layer was being depleted. Now, this was caused by CFCs, which are chlorofluorocarbons. Now, chlorofluorocarbons were used in two separate consumer items, one of which was the cooling of fridges.
The other was aerosol cans. Yep.
That was the other. I was coming to that. The other one was aerosol cans. and interesting. So the size of the hole in the ozone layer was about the same size as Antarctica, if not larger. And then all CFCs were banned immediately because the ozone's pretty damn important because it stops us being well, basically cooked by the sun through radiation.
Yeah.
But in the, I mean, it was amazing, really, because we turned around CFC use as a species. We turned around CFC use in the space of a couple of years, and the ozone has since kind of regrown, I guess, or the hole is significantly smaller than it used to be. So, yeah, it's one where people actually listened to scientists and acted upon it, and the problem seems to be largely resolved.
That is very, very impressive. And you know what? You're going to get half a point for that. So congratulations. Yep. I think that is absolutely well deserved. That was a fantastic story. I loved that. That was really, really great.
There you go.
Okay. Are you up to date with your Harry Potter knowledge? Is that sort of a franchise that you're sort of interested in?
Read the books, seen the movies.
Read the books, seen the movies. Fantastic. Then you will know exactly what this answer is.
I mean, it's not changed me life, but they were perfectly engaging.
That's good. That's good. That's good indeed. Okay, so which Hogwarts professor teaches transfiguration?
That's Professor McGonagall.
That is indeed correct, and a bonus point for
She's
the actor,
the head of. Oh, okay,
the actor
Maggie
who
Smith.
plays her. Yeah, Dame Maggie Smith. You know what? I'll take it. 2 points to the Colonel. Congrats. Very, very nicely done.
She's also the head of Gryffindor.
She is indeed the head of Gryffindor. You know what? Have an extra half a point for that. You know what? Just for dedication and giving me that extra little fact there. I quite like that. You know what? I like the attitude that you're sort of presenting. You've turned your attitude around since the first half of this quiz, and I can get on board with that. Okay, question number 5 in the general knowledge section. What is the name for a group of crows?
Murder.
A murder of crows. Fantastic. I always like it when people know the answer to that question. It's always a really
because it's easy. Everybody remembers it.
You know
you only
what?
need to hear it once, and then you know it's a murder of crows.
Exactly.
Because you kind of go, that's cool. That's kind of savage.
It's ominous, you know. It feels dark and black and all spooky and whatnot. But yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
Which movie?
The Crow.
I have not seen The Crow.
Right, watch it. It's brilliant.
Okay. What's it about?
Well, it's Brandon Lee's last movie, and Brandon Lee you probably haven't heard of because he was probably killed before you were born. But he was one of the stuntmen accidentally loaded a live round into a gun that was used in one of the scenes in the movie, and he was shot. But it's an all action, fairly dark flick. Bruce Lee's son.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's a dark fact.
But it's a really good movie. It's a very good movie, and it shows that actually he could act as well as do a bit of kind of physical stuff, and so it was always seen as a great shame because he would have gone on to make good things.
So he died on the set of The Crow. Is that correct?
Well, I think he died in hospital, but he was shot on the set of The Crow.
He was shot on the set. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's
it's well worth watching. Well, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah. That looks interesting. Okay. Moving on. Question numero 6. What is the closest galaxy to Earth other than the Milky Way? So not the galaxy that we're actually in. The galaxy out with the Milky Way that is closest to Earth. What is the answer?
Galaxy. Rather than star.
Rather than star.
Is it Andromeda?
It is. It really is. You know what? Have the point. Congratulations.
Well, I should imagine I get the point if I got the question right. I mean, what sort of system are you playing?
Well, I'm just saying that you didn't sound like you were very convinced that you had.
I would have
the
come
right
back
answer.
to it. I'd have probably gone through another couple.
Oh,
but,
of course. Sure. Sure. It's okay. It's okay.
You know what the nearest star is?
The nearest star. Well, the nearest star is our sun to Earth.
Yeah. Nearest star to our solar system.
I don't actually know it. I'm afraid. No.
Why not? Go on, have a stab at it.
Serious?
No.
No.
Oh.
I don't actually know. What is it? It's like Kepler PB13.
No. You see, I don't know. It's because I was brought up believing that it was Alpha Centauri, right?
Oh.
But I believe it's Proxima Centauri. Hold on, you Google will know. I'm not after cheap points here. I just have to know. Closest star. Closest stars to Earth. That'll do. obviously the sun. Yeah, there we go. It is Alpha Centauri.
Alpha Centauri. Yeah.
Okay. So Alpha Centauri is actually a triple star system. As you got Alpha Centauri A and B and Proxima Centauri. There
Wow.
you go. So yeah, there you go. It's the Centauri triplets.
Wow, holy cow. So you actually managed to tell me 2 of the 3 closest stars. That's quite impressive, actually.
No, that's okay. It's one of those things that you either know it or you don't. So
Yeah.
anyway, trot on.
Well, congratulations. Okay,
Yes.
so what do the dots on a pair of dice, a d6, add up to? Very, very quickly, off the top of your head.
21.
21. That is incorrect.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. That's 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 5 is on a pair of d6.
A pair of d6.
Oh, I didn't listen to the question.
You
All right,
didn't
I
listen to
deduct
the
the
question?
point, but it's 42 then, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay. I'll give you the point for that. It's okay. I was fairly generous last time. I'll be fairly generous this time as well. I think that's fair enough to say. You would have got that if you'd listened to the question.
If I'd listened to the question,
Yeah.
and while you're not penalising me for not listening to the question, fine.
Believe it or not, but I'm actually quite a nice guy. I mean,
Uncle Potato's House of Charity.
I know. Okay, and the final question in the general knowledge section is, what is the largest bone in the human body? The largest bone in the human
It's the. Is it? No, it's the. It's your thigh bone. It's
Yep.
It's whatever that's called. It's the femur.
The femur, correct. Fantastic. And rounding up that section, you've given a correct or at least semi-correct answer to every question. Holy cow! Looks like you got round about 6 or 7, 8 points maybe out of about 9 or 10. That's very, very impressive. So awesome for you. Is there anything that you'd like to say to your opponents that we'll be featuring on the Banterbus after this? Have you got a word or two for them? You know,
Suck it.
suck it. Is that okay?
Yeah. Do you know what the strongest muscle is in the body?
I would imagine it's the tongue.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it is.
There we go. You know.
Yeah. Have a point.
You know what? I'll award myself a point just for that. In fact, maybe I'll deduct one just from you. You know, maybe that's how I can award myself points.
Whatever gets your rocks off, son.
Anyway, Colonel, thank you very much for joining us. If you'd like to say a couple of words about how people can get in touch with you or find you on YouTube or whatever, then you're welcome to do so right about now.
Okay, right. Well, basically, this charming and delightful Scotsman is right about now going to be putting an annotation on the screen, which he almost never does because he's bone idle, and that will link through to my channel. If you click on that, you can go see it. Now, I make nerdy stuff about building things, and that's about it. Occasionally, I show up on other people's videos and yell at them. Don't expect that too often because I'm very rarely available. But if you like nerdy stuff about building things, then do trot along. People say that, they quite like it because I basically just mumble for 20 minutes and then I bugger off. So, people kind of like that stuff.
That's exactly what it is. That's all it is.
I do. I mutter incoherently for 20 minutes, and I kind of go, "Oh no, that's not worked.
Placed that road wrong. Oh my god.
Oh no, what am I thinking about now? Oh, what was I doing? Where am I looking? Who am I? Where am I going wrong?
That gradient is far too steep there. Oh no, I have to get rid of that piece of road. Oh.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm out of money again. How did that happen? There you go. That's about it. In fact, don't even bother subscribing. You've seen them all. That was it right there. Anyway, look, he's going to put an annotation up, or I'm going to verbally kick him in the ghoulies.
There will be an annotation up. You're actually the second. Opponent to threaten me. Second contestant to threaten me about not advertising their channel. So I will make sure to do that. So, Colonel,
I'm doing you a favor, son. I'm giving you,
really?
High quality verbal dexterity.
High quality verbal abuse.
in order, so I better see some benefit out of this.
You know what?
I want the check to be in the post.
You know what,
I'm
Colonel?
a guest star.
You know what? Yeah.
Guest star is what I am. I'm the talent.
Oh, man.
You're just some giggling fool north of the border.
I know, and that's all I will ever be. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Colonel Failure, for coming along. It's been an absolute blast. I really, really appreciate it. I'm sure everybody has had a whale of a time just watching and listening, because it has been fantastic. So thank you very much. I wish you all the best when the announcement video goes live, which will be in 3 or 4 days from right now. So yeah, you know, if you're interested in the result, then tune into there. But, you know, thanks for coming on, and, you know, really, really appreciate it. Bye.